fundamental law is basic law. Civil law, also termed Roman law, was originally administered in the Roman Empire and codified under Justinian in the 6th century. It includes the law of persons, the family, inheritance, property, toils, unjust enrichment, and contracts, and remedies by which interests falling within these categories are juridical protected, although actually enforced but drastically changed since 533. The first 3 books of the Institute of Justinian, a person of thing of obligations, and the major civil codes all deal with substantially the same sets of problems and relationships called civil law. Technically, the civil law includes only the law of persons, natural and legal, the family, inheritance, property, and obligations. Civil law is fundamental law. It is studied first, and subsequent study is built on it. Non-society is able to live in a orderly way without an aggregate of rules governing the relations among the persons who are charged with enforcing their observance. This is a typically traditional approach. Applying this tradition to the state, it is the necessity for an aggregate of norms that regulate the relations among citizens, and for organs and institutions that enforce observance of the norms established by the law. The law norm is a general notion. It is not addressed to specific individuals, but to a model fact situations. One difficult with the model situation is that occasionally the application of the abstract norm to the concrete case gives place to consequence that often the sense of justice. Equity is the power to vary applications of the norms. It's the justice of the concrete individual. The civil law tradition recognizes only statutes enacted by legislative power, administrative regulations, and custom as source of law. There is no systematic hierarchical theory of source of law. Legislation, of course, is law bulk, so are other things, including judicial decisions. The main division of law in the civil law tradition is into public law and private law. This distinctions is fundamental, necessary, and evident. This distinction has a long history. It was actively employed during the process of codification and reform in the XIX century and become basic to the systematic reconstruction of the legal order. The codified civil law was the heart of private law, and the dominant concept of the codes were individual private property and individual freedom of contract. The emphasis on right of property and contract in the codes guaranteed individual right against intrusion by the state. The civil codes were thought of as serving as constitutional function. Any principles or pure law that were incorporated in the codes received their validity not from their previous existence, but from their incorporations and reenactment in codified form. Thank you.